it's your girl Jay, and welcome to Jay's Weekly Roundup, where today we have a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's just booskadoo weekend 2 right into it. With the first topic of the day, Produce 101. So the finale of Produce 101 aired a couple days ago, I think, and they finally have formed the 11-member group. Somi finished in first place, which means she's the center. I think it was a bit predictable. Shout outs to Han Heri because she was one of my baes and she was 12th, which that's always, it's one thing to lose, but to almost have been in the brink of making the group, that sucks. Also shout outs to Chungga. Even though she had made it in the top 11 the week before, I'm glad that she eventually made it into the group. She was also one of my faves. Everyone was pressed about Kim So-hye making it, but if y'all didn't think she was gonna make it, y'all haven't been watching the show because she had been consistently in the top 11. Overall, the group is finally formed. They released a song called Crush. The music video was crusty, but the song's pretty catchy. So recently they've been in the news because all of those variety appearances that they were supposed to make after they debuted in May have randomly just been canceled. Yes, according to some articles online, PDs have been canceling them left and right. Now, if you're anything like me, you were very confused as to why this was happening. A lot of people initially offered the idea that it was companies, other entertainment companies, pressuring these companies not to put these girls on Produce 101, this group 101 or whatever you want to call it. What is it? IOI. They're gonna be big. The amount of votes that were put forth in the final episode, and just the hype and how their songs have been charting, you can tell that it's about to be a big thing when they debut. So a lot of people thought that it was because other entertainment companies that house other girl groups were afraid, pressed, jealous, so they're pressuring these broadcasting companies into keeping them off the show. But I've also been hearing the alternate theory that it's actually because Produce 101, this group, was formed on Mnet. So Mnet is technically a rival station to, NBC, SBS, and all these different networking stations that house these different variety shows that they were to appear on. So some people are offering up the idea that the reason why these companies don't want the girls of Produce 101 on it because it's essentially promoting Mnet, in the sense that you're promoting this group that's heavily associated to Mnet, that was promoted by Mnet, formed on Mnet, and even though the group is technically now under YMC, them pushing themselves basically brings more buzz back to Mnet's show. So the way I see it, it's the equivalent to Disney Channel promoting SpongeBob SquarePants, a Nickelodeon show, on their channel. I mean, I kind of get it in a way because, with the way that these survival shows are getting so popular, I wouldn't be surprised if one of those broadcasting stations decided to make their own Produce 101, and in that case, they definitely wouldn't want to promote the girls on Produce 101, but I wish they would look past that and see that these girls work so hard and had to go through all this crap just to get in this group, and now when it's finally time for them to reap the benefits of, being able to stand out and get voted into this group, all that is falling through. And all the girls who made it in for smaller companies that wouldn't have the pull to get them on these variety shows in any other circumstance, they really, really need to be able to promote and take advantage of being on these variety shows because they only have 10 months to get as much recognition and fame from being in this group as they can, and then they have to return back to their own agencies and use their own hype and fame to hopefully launch a group under their agency. So the fact that they're denied such a big part of idol life, or they're going to be denied, or allegedly they're being denied, is really, really sad. And I hope that somehow these broadcasting stations or these PDs find it a way in their heart to just be like, you know what, I get that, it's an Mnet thing, and that's we don't want to promote Mnet, but these girls are so adorable. Do it for Chungga! For Chungga. Moving on, so I asked you guys what you wanted me to talk about this week, and somebody asked me to talk about the upcoming BTS Comeback. So a while back, BTS's official Twitter hit us with this news that they'd be coming back with a special album called The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Young Forever, as well as having a big concert called Epilogue. But a lot of people were confused because since they were saying it was a special album, people were wondering if it was just a special repackage of part 1 and 2 of their Most Beautiful Life series, if they were even gonna have any new singles, if they were gonna promote it. So a big hit representative spoke out a while back and basically said that that the appearance on their music shows for this new album has kind of yet to be decided. However, if they do decide to perform in these music shows, it will only be one or twice. So basically they're not doing full blown out promotions for this. It seems more like this is like a gift to fans or just a way to wrap up their Most Beautiful Moment in Life series. In addition to that, they've been releasing posters for the upcoming concert that kind of goes hand in hand with this album. And let me talk about how they are so fine. First, they released a second poster that kind of was like a follow-up to the first poster they released, where it was just their backs, and this time you see their beautiful faces. They are fine as hell. But then they released individual shots, and I just want to tell you guys how I just wasn't okay. I wasn't okay with that. Specifically, we had Suga in gray hair, and it's just flourishing. He's flourishing. I'm flourishing. They all looked so good. Like, it was insane. Jin out here giving us a bit of smolder. Even though I've only been a Bangtan fan for a while, I had to like go back in time and see all the past stuff they did. And comparing how they dress and how they are styled now to what they used to do when they first debuted, like, it is a 180. Bless that stylist. I heard he was fine too. Bless that stylist, because this is a definition of a glow up right there. So last but not least, another one of you lovelies requested that I talk about NCT. So after Isuman gave this extra speech in the beginning of the year about NCT and what they were going to be doing and what they are, it was announced that NCT would be coming out with their first unit. And from what I read, the unit's called NCTU. Anyway, one of the big questions when this NCT thing was announced was whether the current SM rookie boys were going to be a part of it, you know, Taeyong and his friends, and if they were, which ones. So far with the teasers they released, Taeyong is a part of it, Jaehyun is a part of it, Mark is a part of it, and sorry, a couple others, but they have been releasing teasers, and I have to admit, when they first said the idea of NCT, it made me physically tired. I was just like, SM enough! Like, I can't keep up. And then the fact that they're all infants to me was also another thing where I was just like, y'all can keep it. But with the new teasers, besides Taeyong out here trying to be Jack Frost or whatever, they looked pretty dope, and the music seemed like something up my alley. Now, a lot of people are, of course, comparing them to EXO. Some people say that they get EXO vibes, but I think they're going for a very, like, a more hip-hop route, and not just hip-hop, but like newer age hip-hop, like trap hip-hop, like the stuff like you hear from, like, I don't know, The Weeknd, Bryson Tiller, or whatever, and that's like my kind of music. So low-key, I think I'm ready to stan. Like, y'all got me out here standing daycare classrooms. But like I said, I don't really know them that well because I did not follow the SM Rookie Boys. So y'all pick me who I should stan. You guys choose me a bias out of all the ones that are going to be in the group, and I'll just listen to you and I'll follow through. So that's it for this episode of Weekly Roundup. As always, I want to ask you your opinions on what I talked about. What do you think the reason behind the girls from Produce 101 being canceled on different variety shows is? How do you think this will affect their success when they finally do debut in May? Are you excited for BTS's comeback? And which member do you think had the sexiest solo shot in the posters they revealed? And last but not least, who do you think my bias of this new NCT unit should be? Make sure to tell me down below, and see you next time on Jay's Weekly Roundup. Bye!